All right, cool. So the next lead generation tactic I want to cover is asking your clients, asking your team members, your downline to share their wins and to share their transformation. Again, this is leveraging other people's audience, right? So ask any previous or existing client or downline if they'd be willing to share their transformation and experience working with you on their own profile, right? On their own page, their own stories. You can always incentivize them by offering a referral fee, or some extra coaching or whatever it is. For anyone who actually signs up through their testimonial or through their word of mouth, you give them a kickback, incentivize them somehow, right? Tell them to invite anyone to your free group as a possible call to action. In fact, I even check this out. So I put this little guide here together to kind of walk you through the process, right? Step 0. Again, let's identify some people who you want to target. We want to ask previous clients, active clients or downline, even people who are almost in your downline or almost enrolled or almost your client, anyone that you're really serving currently, that is open to giving you a good word, a shout out, if you will. Maybe you don't use the word testimonial. There's ways that you can position this where it's just relaxed and natural, and candid. Okay. So that's step 0, make a list of people who will qualify, right? Think of people who are, and here's the thing with results, it doesn't have to be, oh, I made $10,000 in 10 minutes. Sometimes a result can be simple. Like, before working with Fabian, I really had a hard time talking to people and getting conversations in Messenger. But now, after working with him, I just talked to 5 people today and scheduled, a strategy call with some individuals. Like, that's a simple, low-hanging fruit win that people want, okay? Moving on to step number 1, prep them with prompts and questions, right? And I give you a list right here. I give you a list right here. Where were you before you started? What were you struggling with? What were your results before we connected? Those are just different ways of saying the same thing, right? Hey, what was your experience going through the program, right? We want to find out the situation, what they were like before, what they were like during, and what they were like afterwards. If you kind of keep that framework before, during, after, you're going to knock this out of the park, right? What was your experience going through the program? What did you learn? What was helpful? Did you have any breakthrough moments? What are some things that really just clicked for you, right? And then after, right? What were the results after finishing the program? Did you increase your confidence? Was there any, mental transformations? Did you lose weight? Did you make more money? What were your biggest wins? Okay. And then this last one is like the secret sauce, if you will, right? Because you want to have your past clients, your current clients, people who are willing to give you a shout out. You want to help them help the person watching it put themselves in the shoes that they were in, right? So you can say something like, or you can ask them to give them a prompt to say something like, what advice would you give to someone who's on the fence, right? Or maybe someone who was in the shoes where you first got started with the program. What would you say to them, right? You want to be able to have that individual, get into literally into the shoes of that person who may be listening to that. So that's step 1. You want to prompt your people to give a testimonial or, a shout out, however you want to phrase that. Step 3, step 2, have them pre-record it. If the person is an outgoing person, have them go live with it, right? Or if they're more on the introverted side, you can even do this as an interview style and ask them these questions in a Zoom and record the Zoom and have them post it. The whole idea really is to have them do it. But if they're really, reluctant for any reason, this might be good. It might be a good way to do it, right? You can even, if you have editing skills, you can ask them the questions and give them the prompts and they can answer it. And you can just cut out you asking the questions. Those are for you overachievers, right? And then step number 3 is take the following action steps. Step number 1 is you want to have them share that recording on their actual timeline, in their actual story, right? And then your job is coordinate when that post is going to go live on their profile. And you want to keep an eye on that. You just want to pay attention to see who's engaging with that post, who's liking and who's commenting on that, and figure out a way to position yourself to engage with them. Go to their profile, see if they're your ideal audience, and connect with them, right? Maybe like a couple of their comments, or maybe ask your person, your downline, your team member, your client, maybe ask them to do a mutual connection in Messenger. There's so many ways to go about that. But what you're looking for is people with genuine interest. You don't want to waste your time with people who are just liking because they're supportive, right? You want to look for people who actually fit the demographic of the person that you're looking to work with. And then last but not least, engage with those people who have genuine interest. Go to their profile, send them a friend request, right? Get into their world. See if you can offer any help. Lead with serving and giving value. And of course, here the bonus is you can ask clients to you can ask the people, your downline, your team members, your clients, to even give a call to action at the end of their shadow, at the end of their video, right? And make it simple for them. Make the call to action super simple. Hey, if you're someone who's watching this and you're thinking to yourself, man, I really need to get the results that I'm getting, dude, reach out to Fabian. Send him a message, or drop a comment in the chat below, and I'll connect you guys. Or go check out his free Facebook group, or here's a guide that he gave me, and leave a comment in the chat and I'll give you that guide. Just a real simple call to action that person can follow without getting all jammed up, right? We want to make this an authentic experience. We want this to come from the heart. Again, people do business with people. They don't do business with businesses, right? So keep that in mind, guys. I'll check you out on the next video. Hopefully this was some help.